Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. Where am I? I'm somewhere. Wilcox, Arizona. Oh, Wilcox, TA. Used to be a happening little place. I stopped by the old Savoy truck stop today. That's in Savoy, New Mexico. Now, back in its heyday, that was before me. I started running Ford freight out of Michigan down to Nogales, and that was one of the places that we would stop at. A bunch of us would hit in there. It just 2 or 3 hours from Nogales. So it was a good little stopover. It was on its downfall, and they was fighting hard to make a comeback, remodeled it and all that stuff, and there was several of us old drivers that patronized it, tried to help them along. Well, then my main bread and butter was the Ford freight going into Atlanta, because I lived over in Georgia. Then when Ford bellied up on us, well, technically it wasn't Ford, it was Roadrunner. We was leased on with, not the Roadrunner you see out there today, it was a different Roadrunner. And they bellied up on us. But it wasn't too long after that Ford did also. But I quit running out there to Nogales. So I quit stopping by the Savoy. I stopped by there today. Just see how they were doing. Watch. It's a petrol now. I'm like, okay. They're not overly busy. I went in there, didn't spend no money there, I ain't gonna lie. Did a little potty break, and I bought them, see what was new and exciting. So, one of them type deals. So, hold on a minute. So anyhow, I got out of there and got trucking. Made over here to Wilcox. I could have made it a couple more hours down the road. It was going to be real tight on my hours getting to Eloy, and which would have put me less than an hour from where I'm delivering. Where I'm at, I'm less than 3 hours from where I'm delivering. It's a 7 to 2 delivery tomorrow. I had spoke to the dispatch inquiring about if he had found me anything yet. Our dedicated freight's a little bit light right now, and I told him last week when we talked that I ain't worried about coming up there and hauling dedicated. Keep me down there on I-10. I'm fine on 40 and south. I've did more than my share of the cold weather. I'll leave that for the younger generation, the newer drivers. I've been catching a few bits and pieces of the news. I ain't been just staying all up to date on it, I ain't gonna lie. Even over the weekend, I didn't follow up on it a whole lot. Semper Fi, Marines. Me and Mama watched a little bit of it Monday morning before I took off. Fox and Friends. And we'll listen to a little bit of stuff. I caught a little bit Sunday night. It's, I tell you, it's cracking me up. And I've caught a little bit on the phone there off the internet. And it just blows me away how during the campaign they were so damn worried. Is this going to bother y'all if I move this one? I'll tell you what, let me, but it just blows me away how they were so concerned with how Trump was going to react to some of this stuff. And you know, and they was, oh man, he ain't gonna do this, and and how unpatriotic and blah, 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 blah. And they was basically trashing old Trump before he even did anything wrong. Well, then he threw him a curveball and he won. Shame on him. And let's see if that's going to help any. He threw him that damn curveball and actually won. Now, how inconsiderate is that? And now on top of that, he's not doing anything the way it's been done for the last 40 years. Well, shame on him. And everything that they was hollering that he was going to do, they're doing. Everything that they was claiming he would do that upset them and was wrong, they're now doing. All the recounts, really. I'm a firm believer that if they are demanding recounts, they need to pay for it. I'm sorry, that's how I feel. Unless there is something obviously wrong where the electoral people working there or in that state or whatever, if the people running the election, whatever you call them, if the people running the election actually see something wrong and they think there needs to be a recount, I'm all for it. But just because someone gets their panties in a wad because they didn't win, if they want a recount, they need to pay for it. Period. I mean, we've got people that she didn't even get 5%. More like under 3%. And she's wanting a recount. And she's costing, who was it? Was it Wisconsin or Michigan? She's costing them millions of dollars in a recount. Why? You didn't stand a chance. Even if by some wild chance you did take that state, there's a whole bunch more states that you just... That's stupid stuff, folks. It really is. That's stupid stuff. And it needs to come to a stop. They had asked him if whoever won the nomination, if he would support them. And look how many Republicans bailed on him until he won. Now that he's the president-elect, they're like little maggots. They're all up there wanting to get their little bite. Oh man, it's crazy. They was hollering about Russia before the election. Oh, Trump mentioned Russia, so he must be in cahoots. And that's what they was trying to holler. And he had made the comment about her emails. Everybody was hollering how Russia had hacked the DNC and all that nonsense. And he made a joke, half-ass serious, about, hey, Russia, let us have the emails. And what he was saying was, was to smack her for her email scandal. But of course, they're going to try to turn that around and say, oh, he encouraged Russia to do this. Oh, bullshit. Really? Some of the stuff these people say sounds like it's coming out of high school. I mean, really. And Clinton, she was right there in the thick of them with them saying that nonsense. So, ain't nobody buying. So now they're trying to say that, alright, I'm back again. Damn it, I forget where I was. Oh, they was trying to holler about Conley. Blew it for them with the reopening of the investigation. Now, then they're trying to holler how the Russians got in there and interfered with it. Now, Then they're trying to holler Electoral College was tampered with. No. I know this is a hard pill to swallow, but Hillary Clinton, nobody liked your ass. Nobody was on page with your stupid agenda. That is bad when you take and turn the entire, over 50% of the Democratic Party turned against you. Period. That says there's some hope for our country, but it sure don't say a whole lot for you. Period. And now all you people that are so worried about who Trump's getting in there to work with him. And no, I ain't stayed updated on some of it. I find quite funny. Rick Perry. A branch that he thought needed to be destroyed. He just got put in charge of it. I can't help it. I love it. I think it's cute. They're all tripping on him putting businessmen into positions. Well, let's see. They're making deals. How about if we put some top executives from some of the top world-known companies into these positions to make some deals? What's the problem? You're the only ones that want politicians to do it is the politicians. Well, guess what, politicians? We're tired of y'all. The only thing y'all have been doing for the last 40 years is paying your own pockets and getting rich, becoming millionaires, and retiring. Off of our dime, off our back. Why do you think Trump got in? We're tired of politicians. I don't have a problem with the old guy, dadgummit, I can't think of his name, from Exxon, the oil guy that became Secretary of State. I ain't got a problem with that. He already knows the big to-dos in all these foreign countries. He already has a name for being a square shooter, for being a good guy. He's not a no-name Muslim-loving individual like Obama put into so many places. He's not a dumbass like Kerry or Clinton. He has a clue. I don't have a problem with him. With the other business people that Trump is putting in place, I don't have a problem with it. The bottom line is we've trusted you politicians for so long, y'all have failed us. You're a disgrace. You have proved you cannot do your job. And now you're whining because you're being replaced. Tough. Get over it. Get over yourself. Learn how to do your job right. That's the bottom line. That's all the American people want. We want people in charge of our country that has our best interest at heart. The elected politicians for years have only had their wallet at heart for years. And the people finally got fed up with it. Y'all kept taking and taking and taking. We all grew up with that old saying, give them an inch, they'll take a yard. Give them a yard, they'll take a mile. Y'all took a hell of a lot more than a mile. You took the whole damn turnpike. Well, guess what? The people got tired of it. And you're surprised. And now you want to whine and cry? Really? Didn't Grandma teach you that you made the bed, now lay in it? Here's your medicine. Take your medicine. There's a whole bunch of them old sayings. Y'all need to suck it up. We don't want you career politicians in there. You've done screwed everything up. Period. And we're not mad. The majority of the Americans out here that I've seen are not mad. They find it humorous. Good thing them dogs weren't out when my dog was out. He'd hurt them. But now all we can do is wait and see. I like a lot of people. I have a lot of confidence in what Trump's going to do. I would love to be in there. This truck stop's got some sitcom nonsense on instead of Trump's rally tonight, his thank you tour. I'd love to be seeing his thank you tour tonight. I might check online and, oh, well, it's about over now, halfway over now. I think it's going to be an interesting ride. I think it's going to be interesting 4 years. Have you noticed that all the money people, stock market, Wall Street, whatever you want to call them, have you noticed that they're pretty damn happy Trump got in? Imagine that. Alright, I did want to update you on a little bit of that stuff. Got another video or so I want to make, so that's my update on Papa Joe's version of today's politics. I'm loving it. Y'all have a good evening. Remember, God loves you and so do I. Good night.